Alright, so today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be descending this off. For first start, I don't know how much I'm going to get done. If you guys want to know the size of this, I'll show you here right away. It is, there you go. And it's pine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sand this thing off, make it somewhat smooth. I'm probably going to do it again. I'm going to follow the grain. It goes this way or that way. Alright. And I'm going to do the other side as well. Keeping it on the plastic just because this counter is dirty. That's good. Let's see my gloves here. Be good for packing up dust, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm doing. I got my router right there. Kind of made a little whole edge going that way and this way from my marks here. This is where I'll stop. I'll round it off there and on the other side. Now I kind of built somewhat of a frame around here and made sure this won't go anywhere. So I'm going to be using that as a straight line for this top edge here. And then I'm going to have to do it again for the bottom edge. And I may just actually have to do that by hand around there on both sides. So I think it's time to do my first straight line. After that I'll do my second straight line and then I'll just take out the stuff in between. I said I was going to do this Monday, but the sooner I get it done, the faster I can use it. I noticed that lacquer evaporates and it takes a very long time for it to dry. It's not very good stuff. Everything is centered. Actually, before I do, I was kind of using a ruler here. 2 3/4 exactly, and you are 2 3/4 exactly. Line's not crooked. I should actually check that too. From this edge, 1/16 over 2.5. Roughly around there. That's a pretty good straight line. Alright, as you can see, that's a pretty straight line. Can't get any better than that. Now I gotta move it to the bottom here. It's probably gonna have to sit somewhere around here. I gotta figure that out yet. But I'm going to have to rearrange these blocks. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so I switched everything over. Get rid of you. I'm done with you now. Get rid of some of this wood here on the top. I just got to finish cutting all this out. I want to show you guys how it looks. Pretty straight line. I gotta do that manually and just take out everything in the center here. Alright, I didn't want to deal with my camera outside. It was getting really cold for it. But I went ahead and as you can see right here, it's been routed out. It's not perfect. And I did accidentally nick it here. Got a hole here, but it shouldn't be a problem. The edges are now rounded off. Bottom and top here, all the way around. It's just these corners here. Right here is not rounded off. The same thing with the other three. But it's starting to look pretty nice. Now I just got to put some black paint in there and start working with a stain. There we go. No, I just put some tape around the edges here, that way you can start painting this. So this is what it looks like at the moment. I only did one coat here. I do have masking tape, which will be pulled off after. That way it doesn't, black paint doesn't end up on this surface. As you can see, doesn't look too bad. All I gotta do is just paint this. Oh boy, does that look gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. I can definitely tell you it stinks really bad in here. But that heat gun's helped out a little bit. Just trying to dry everything up. Look at that. That really pops. And having the white text there will just pop as well. There's a problem though, this stuff kind of sucks. So I may wait on that for a bit and see what I'm going to do. Try to find something better. But wow. My camera just doesn't want to focus on it. Come on. So my first test with this, using that right there, is bad. It's got some yellowing. This took over a week to harden. If this gets hot, it remelts and gets wet again. So this stuff isn't any good. I had it filled up to the top here too, and it shrunk. I have Varathane. This is diamond wood finish. It's water based. Crystal clear, non-yellowing. I'm going to try this. Ultimate protection, professional fast drying. I read the side here looking for all the cons. I don't really see any. Doesn't really say much about polyurethane. But if this doesn't work, then I'm going to have to use resin and hardener. And that's going to push all my projects that I have upcoming to this channel behind, because this, I can't use this anymore. I can, but I don't really want to. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to use a spoon. I'm just going to pour it into this one here and go from there. You're not supposed to shake this. It can cause bubbles. However, it was bouncing around in the back of the vehicle on the way home. It's creamy colored. You can stir it. Just don't shake it. It's supposed to be odorless. I'm just going to pour some on there and go from there. I'll have to be careful when I do the real thing. This I don't care too much about. It's only a test. Now, I wanted to grab a brush. So I'm going to have to add a lot less than that when I do this. When I do this too, I'm going to make sure that it's on a level surface. So that way it doesn't leak out. But like I said, this is just a demo. So that's what it looks like right now. It's all creamy. I can kind of clean it up a bit. Although it really doesn't matter. But yeah. Go from there and find out. So it's been 19 hours since I've poured this stuff on. It's still a little bit wet right there, as you can see. It is dry on the outside somewhat, but if you push on it, you can actually push it in. I hope it does work out. We'll see. Meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these letters off, and I'm going to flip this thing around, and I'm going to stain the other side. So I'm just going to take this red ramp off. I've had it like this for a few days now. one off. So if that doesn't work out, I'm just going to glue these letters on and keep it like that in the meantime. I'll just not put anything there. But yeah, I'm going to take them off and stain the other side. Alright. There we go. So I'm still using the same stain. I'm mixing it with a screwdriver. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the heat gun here, and I'm just going to evaporate everything on there and just wipe it down with a Scott towel. Now, I'm not impressed with one thing here. I had a scratch, and obviously the stain definitely shows it. I don't know if you, no, you can't see it on the camera. Okay. I guess I gotta stop with the time lapse of doing all this because my camera's having a hard time focusing. I'll just get it over with. After 3 long days, I am now done with the Varathane. You can actually see it's shining right there and over here because of the blue lights behind my TV. Right now I am working on putting the text on here. I still got to glue it. I was going to put a lacquer over, but I'm not going to bother with it. I like it like this. I'm going to leave it like that. So I am now done with it. The font is now on there. It looks really nice. Look at that. The only thing I gotta do now is, like I said, I'm going to be putting some little stoppers. I want one here and all 4 corners. Flip it over and do the same again on the other side. That way when I have it on my desk, it sits up just a little bit. That way the bottom of it won't get scratched just by rubbing on the desk. Lots of these little feet here. And there. Alright, so I wanted to give you an idea of how this looks. By the way, I fixed this corner here. So I have my camera up on my TV. No, I can't see it right now. I had to use a mirror to figure out if it's in the right area or not. But I can work with my projects right here. Whatever it could be. I don't know, it could be this as an example. I see this upside down, but you guys see it the right way, as in the bottom. So the whole reason why I wanted it like that. And like I said, for thumbnails, all I have to do is just flip it around, and then I would use my black styrofoam here, have my lights pointing this direction, have whatever it is in the center, and that's how I make my thumbnail. Nice board. I won't be using this though for everyday use. That will just be for YouTube videos. This is one I normally use. This is one I've been using through all my thumbnails, which is scratched, mostly due to flashlight there and me doing that. And yeah, created a bunch of marks on that. This is what I was using for soldering and doing all sorts of stuff, which I still will use if whatever I'm doing is going to scrape the surface. I will probably still use the speed up area. This is still a little bit sticky, so it's still wet a bit. So I'm gonna wait a couple more days for that to finish. I do have a couple of things that came in the mail that I will be reviewing. I have the Raspberry Pi armor case, and this is a aluminum stand for a digital microscope that I'm still waiting. I really don't know how well this video is going to go through. I just pretty much slapped all these clips together. I'm going with that. I know you can see these, but I don't care. As long as it keeps the surface protected from what's down there. That's all that matters. Take that off. Really wish my desk is centered. This thing's old though. It's got a big giant ass TV on it too, which is kind of made it a little bit awkward. It's not level anymore because of it. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.